Hey there, everyone. Good morning to you. Welcome to the Daily Show here on the Gray Main Gaming channel. My name is Gray. So happy to have you here with me once again on this Monday morning. I know it's that day. Work and school. Once again. It's not so bad. You know why? Because, hello there. Today is Jedi Mind Trick Friday. That's right. Go out there and, just go get it done. Have a great time with it. Breathe in some fresh air. Grab some coffee. Just make the best of your morning. Even though it is Monday. So, how'd you all do this weekend? Hopefully well. Oh, man, I'll tell you. I played Dungeons and Dragons and with some friends, and it was off the chain. I guess if I can use off the chain, is that a yeah? It was off the chain. It was we haven't played in a long, long time, and it was just so much fun. And I'm losing my voice because I usually am the DM. And if you don't know what a DM is, that is the Dungeon Master. And the Dungeon Master doesn't play a role like the other people in your group. So I mean, we have players who, one's a druid, one's a warrior, one's a mage or a wizard. Warlock, however you want. I mean, you've seen me play Baldur's Gate. Well, if you imagine real people taking on the roles of those characters, and they, you kind of act out your role. Well, the dungeon master is the person who narrates it and who takes the place of all the bad guys. So we don't really have a hero role. We just play the opposite of everyone else, and we narrate the encounters. And it's kind of interesting because if you've ever played Dungeons and Dragons, they have rule books and they have campaign books that you can use to, that will guide you in pre-made stories, or you can create your own campaign and make up your own story. It all works, and that I think is the magic of Dungeons and Dragons. You can have just your own setting and run it yourself. There's many of games and genres that use the Dungeons and Dragons method, okay, to play other genres of game. Like, you can have a Star Wars game that is set, in the Star Wars universe, but you're using the Dungeons and Dragons rule set. So it changes. It can, most people who like a Dungeons and Dragons, they play exactly that. But there are others who use the rule set and they'll play Star Wars with that rule set, or they'll play maybe Lord of the Rings. I think there's even a Marvel one as well that uses the Dungeons and Dragons format and the rule set. So yeah, it's really fun, and you get to use your imagination. I mean, video games are great, but sometimes they're, you can use your imagination with that too. But this, you have to create, and you have to be, willing to let go a little bit and act out your parts, and it can get pretty crazy. So it was awesome. So that was part of my weekend. I'm a little tired today, but I'm good to go for Monday. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend as well. It's really good. I'm trying to keep my mind a little more occupied, and keep myself busy. So, and I've been, as you notice, I've been putting up quite a few videos every day. Not only because I've been told by by YouTube that I have to do more videos because I'm not holding up to the same standard that I was a year ago. But because it also keeps my mind busy.
Don't take on too
and
much. We're here for you.
Well, thank you so much. That's exactly. See what you just said? Don't take on too much. We're here for you. Well, thank you. But it also keeps my mind busy when I'm in other worlds, such as Baldur's Gate or Starfield. Starfield is really such a fantastic game, and I've only scratched the surface of it. I have a friend that plays it, and I was talking to him, when he was here, and he's like level like 20 something, and says he got a random mission where you get a legendary ship and a legendary outfit, and I'm like, I want that, but I only play like a half hour at a time, because I do it, of course, for the channel. So I only get a half hour in at a time in order to play, and so I haven't reached that level yet. Hopefully soon I'll get there. I think I just leveled yesterday on the current video. So if you're not watching Starfield, please do so. Please do. Please go watch Starfield. It's a really fun game. And I know there's a lot of walking around and there's a lot of, whatever, but it's really an interesting game. And I just got into the Vanguard yesterday, which is really cool. So I'm excited about that. I like these kind of games that they're story-based and you can look forward to going and visiting them every day, and something's going to happen, something new. And I think I said this, yesterday. Something new is waiting around the corner, and that's what makes it exciting. So I am happy to do that and play some Mortal Kombat. We have a lot of games coming out. We got Spider-Man 2 coming out in a month. Oh, that's going to be so much fun. That will be out on the PS5, and we have the Mario games that are going to be starting to come out, starting to trickle out in October, and then November, I think, is one of the best ones, at least in my opinion, which is Mario RPG. I'm really excited about that one. So that will be fun. Alright, let us get down to the brass tacks here, as they used to say, brass tacks. We're going to do the trivia. Trivia yesterday was, what was the question yesterday? What was the name of the clock in Beauty and the Beast? We're on a Beauty and the Beast kick because of the release of the update. And how's everyone doing on the update? Are you guys working your way through it? Oh, look at this. I lagged. I hate this lag there. See that? This game lags. I even, hardwired my PS5, and it still lags. I mean, I used to run this up until last week. I was running it wirelessly, right? I was using the wireless connection, and I decided, I wanted to get a little more performance out of my PS5, and I hardwired it. I connected it to a hardwire, and this game still lags. I don't get it. I really don't. There's a lot of glitches in this game, but it is still a wonderful game. So the question, what is the name of the clock in Beauty and the Beast? So how's everyone doing on the update? Have you worked through it? Are you still working through it? Very, very nice update. But now we look forward to what's coming next. Sorry about that. I had a of course cough, as always. Too much talking. We look forward to what's coming next, which should be probably after Halloween. We're going to be seeing another update, hopefully, for Christmas. That will be the next update. And what that will entail, we don't know. But it'll be exciting. Wasn't there a rumor of Jafar coming? Do you remember a few updates back at the end of one of the updates? They hinted at, I think, Jafar coming. And so that might be what's in the works. I know that Jafar is coming to Speedstorm. If you're interested in that, he's coming to Speedstorm. So I wouldn't doubt it if he's going to be coming to Dreamlight Valley as well with Aladdin and such. That would probably be a really cool addition to Dreamlight Valley, I think. I don't know what I would wish for Dreamlight Valley that's left. I know we still don't have Daisy. I would love to see Pluto, right? I mean, he is iconic within the Disney world. Winnie the Pooh would be the perfect, like character or characters put in here. I would love to see the characters from Winnie the Pooh in the 100 Acre Wood. I mean, that'd be fantastic, right? To have Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore and Tigger and hello Pooh, that whole deal. I would love to see that happen. With Winnie the Pooh and his hello Piglet, that kind of thing. Yeah, I would love it. I think that would be a great character to have next. I think that would be my vote. Would be Winnie the Pooh and company. So what do you guys put in comments? Who you would like to see or what character you would be more interested in seeing in Dreamlight Valley in your valley? Which one would you like? I'm going to say Winnie the Pooh. I think that's probably my my top one as of right now. So yeah, awesome. The trivia question for tomorrow is going to be how many, and I know I've asked this before a long time ago. We've covered these questions. I'm going to ask it again though. How many eggs did Gaston say he eats every morning? How many eggs does he eat? You can say it in number or dozen, but how many eggs in Beauty and the Beast does Gaston claim that he eats every day? All right, that is the question for tomorrow. And we're going to try to keep this video short because yesterday was really long. So let's get right straight to the comments. We had a comment replying to Sir Duxworthy III when Sir Duxworthy said, "Yeah, I got rid of this scam of a game." And we have a comment from let's see, Free Me Now. Free. Oh, no, I can't. I gotta look closer at this because. We have a question, comment from Free WMN Now, saying, "I've been playing for at least." Now I gotta hang on a second. My computer's messed up. Saying, "I've been playing for at least 6 months, have premium items from the Dream Snaps, and haven't spent a dime other than $25." For early access to the game. It was worth more than $25. There you go. Yeah, I mean, they have really gone out of their way to make sure that this game is worthy of what you've put into it. I think it's there's no scam in this game at all. I think that that they really have. I mean, people were complaining because the premium shop was there and you weren't really able to buy anything because you were only getting 50 Moonstones, maybe 100 Moonstones a day, and the premium shop items were in the thousands. Well, now you've got plenty, where you have Dream Snap and you're able to afford it because they're giving you quite a few Moonstones. So you have the ability between the Dream Snaps, the voting and the actual taking of the photos and stuff. You have plenty. There's no reason why you can't make enough to get items off the premium shop without actually having to buy Moonstones. All right. So I don't think it's a scam at all. I think it's probably that Gameloft has actually done right by everyone because they have done exactly what they said they were going to do. Okay, now I don't know what the future holds. I mean, I've heard that they're going to start charging for like expansions and updates, but every game does that. If you find any game that has DLC that's free, I would be surprised because many games come out and they have DLC. Most games have some kind of shop. I was just looking at the Mortal Kombat shop, and they have like gear that you don't need, cosmetics that cost $4 or $5 a piece. because some people want that stuff, and it's your choice. It's your choice to people. If you want to change the way you look, it's not a requirement. It's not a requirement to play the game. But if you want to change the way you look or the way that your character appears, then that's up to you if you want to spend the money. If not, you're fine. It's not going to affect your game in any way. So I think it's fine. You have to remember that developers need to make money. I mean, while we're playing games and having fun, these are jobs, right? These are careers. These are the things that put bread on people's tables. So they can't just put out a free game and live on nothing. They have to live on something. The company has to operate. In the end, it's a business for these people, and we are their customers. And yeah, I mean, this is how they make their money. So I can't blame them. Can't blame them. I mean, when I was a kid, my grandparents owned an FTD shop, a flower shop, and it would be like saying that you could come in and grab all the roses you want, and we'll just keep growing them and making them, and have them out in the greenhouses. Well, in every year we'll grow them, we'll grow them, we'll grow them. You just come get them. You can't do that. I mean, my grandparents needed to sell the stuff that they created, the stuff that they grew. And I mean, my grandfather was the kind of person where if there was a nice looking woman that would come in, he always, every woman to him was a doll. He called every woman doll. I remember that he would be out and he'd be working, and there'd be like a woman would come up to him and ask him questions about, some flowers or, some potting. He's like, hey, doll. And I guess nowadays you couldn't really do that because someone would get mad at you and say, I'm not your doll or whatever. But, that's just the way he was. And I remember in particular one day I was out in the greenhouse with him, and this woman came up. And, of course, he lived in a small town. He lived in a small Italian community in a town of about 4,000 people. And so he knew everyone, and everyone knew him. And so he'd be, he would just hand people stuff. And then my grandmother would get so angry at him for, giving away the business, He'd have this woman at the time who walked up, and she was looking for, some flowers or some geraniums, and so she wanted one, and he showed her where they were, and she grabbed one, and he goes, here, take 2 more. 3 for the price of 1. And you can just see the steam coming out of my grandmother's ears, because my grandfather was like that. He would just, he would make it worth your while, and but he was very popular. But again, he's giving away the business. But it was kind of like a family. I mean, he treated everyone like family, and that's, even though he called them doll, hey there, doll, but that's the way he was. So pretty cool. He's a pretty cool dude. It's amazing how much you learn from your grandparents, and how much that you miss, all those old. You don't realize at the time that your time is limited, right? And it's like with anyone, I guess, and you take them for granted. So don't take people for granted in your family. Don't take them for granted, because they're not going to be here forever. I mean, I had a full childhood. I had my grandparents. I had both sets of grandparents. Were alive when I was growing up. My dad, of course, even though he and I didn't really see eye to eye on a lot of things, especially when I was a kid. And when I got older, I was able to, stand up to him more than when I was a kid. So as I grew into an adult, it was a lot easier to kind of counteract the way that he acted. And then people treated him, I don't know. It was just a weird situation where no one called my dad out on his bad behavior ever. And it wouldn't fly today, but he had some bad behavior going on. And but he passed away when he was in his mid-50s from leukemia because he was exposed to Agent Orange in the Vietnam War, and yeah, that's what. So yeah, so I mean, your family, treat them. I mean, if you see them every day and they're in your life, make sure that you tell them how much they mean to you, or show it. You don't have to. I don't know. There's a lot of people who have problems communicating that kind of stuff, but at least show them. Talk, communicate, call them and ask how they're doing. Because it's important. It's important. And I don't do it all the time. Sometimes I get in, like into my own world, especially after Roxy passed. I've been kind of locked in my own world and been kind of happy to be there. Not happy, okay, that's the wrong word. Not happy to be here, but just happy to be in my own world and not have anyone, not reach out. Happy to be quiet, right? And to be able to deal with it in my own way. So I did kind of like not answer the phone for a while and not talk to anyone in my family for a while because I was dealing with something. I still am, but I've of course reached out more that as I've begun to heal. So reach out to your family today. Call someone that you haven't called in a while and just say, hey, how you doing? All right, that's the positive note on today's show. Monday positivity. There you go. We have Pink Rose, who's agreeing with Brenda McBride on the Baldur's Gate 3 Deal with the Devil video, saying, I agree, he looks like David Bowie. I'm glad I watched the second time. I missed a lot of the first on the first watch. All right, so he does look like David Bowie. RedK is responding to Ian Gator when Ian Gator said, yes, I've pretty much done everything there is to do with Belle and Beast. I like the update too, but agree with you on the repetitiveness of the fetch quest. The only thing I haven't finished yet is the Ursula quest line, and I don't think anyone's done that yet because they're daily. Gameloft is dragging them out, so I mean that's fine. It's it's something to do every day, right? RedK responds to Ian Gator and says, I haven't even gone. I was doing Ursula quest and the Star Path, but seeing the items makes me want to get them now. I already know where I want to put the house. Oh, right on there, RedK. You got your stuff planned out, my friend. Let's see. We've got Cynthia.
It's time Ursula took matters into her own tentacles.
Oh, my. Cynthia Hernandez says the video, or she's commenting on Deal of the Day, the chocolate fountain. Cynthia says, this video came in handy. I'm on that mission, right? Meow. I love it when people say that, right? Meow. Right? Meow. So thank you. Well, you're welcome, Cynthia. That's awesome. Right? Meow. Oh, I like it. RedK says Cogsworth is the clock. Yes, that's right. Cogsworth is the clock. RedK says $49.99 is the price of the large pack of Moonstones. You get that and extra items. I don't see this as a ripoff. That's a good point. That's a good point, RedK, that you're making. You do when you buy the game, when you buy the physical copy of Dreamlight Valley, you're getting $49.99 worth of Moonstones. So they are kind of equaling the purchase out with Moonstones, and that's not so bad. I mean, I guess it is less of a ripoff and more of, do you really need the Moonstones? I mean, if you don't need like any Moonstones, and do you really need that many Moonstones? But if you do, then buying the Switch physical copy, or not just the Switch, Switch, PS5, Xbox copy is worth it, I guess, in the end. That they aren't really ripping you off. They are giving you the equivalent of what you paid in Moonstones. So if you're a person who buys a lot of Moonstones, then it's perfectly okay that you're just buying Moonstones and you're getting the game again for free. So twice that you would have if you already own the game. And you'll get the extras on top. That's a good point, RedK. That's a really good point. So I'm glad you put that there. RedK says, although I am disappointed that I don't get a physical copy because I'm on Switch. You get a code. You don't get an actual, like disc or with the Switch, the little, whatever they are, the floppy disk. I don't have the cottage. I don't want it, but now I'm thinking it might look good as a decoration next to the Beauty and the Beast house. Yeah, you could. That's right. So you are getting the Moonstones when. That's a really good point, RedK. I'm glad you brought that up because it does make it a little more acceptable on Gamelofts, on their part. So good. Good on you, RedK. I agree with you. Neojet says, good morning, gamers. Our time of day for trivia. It's Cogsworth. So that's a yes for Splatoon 3 on Christmas. I don't know. That's an I don't know. Hopefully, I might jump back in when the new expansion comes out. I guess that's coming out in the first quarter of 2024. But we shall see. Like I said, I go through like phases of games where, I won't pick up a game for months and suddenly I'll get like I don't know which where I get like a feeling that I want to play it. I get to where I'm kind of into the game again. So I go through those kind of phases. So that's what I'm talking about. But we'll see. We'll see, Neojet. Side order looks cool. I want it now, but I'll wait because I want it to be good. Exactly. Also, you didn't get my acute tea or acute tea pie, a cutie pie. I gotcha. Acute tea pie, the symbol for pie, a cutie pie joke. No, I read these comments quickly so I can keep the video short. So I don't really. I guess my mind doesn't always work. My brain is in standby mode for the most part. I'm just reading through the comments. LOL. Have a magical Christmas day, says Neojet. You too, have a wonderful holiday. Neojet says, you spy with your little eye the Dumbo Ride. I can't decide if you're looking at the center spinny thing or at one of the Dumbo carts. I'm just in general. It doesn't have to be specific. If I'm just standing in front of something, you can just name it. It doesn't matter if you say a ride, if you say a Dumbo cart, it doesn't matter. As long as you have the general idea, okay? That's all. I mean, no need to be specific. No need to be specific. RedK says, I spy Dumbo's Ride. Yes. Holly Larson says, Cogsworth is the clock's name. Yes, it is. RedK says, the funny thing, we're talking about a deal of the day, the chocolate fountain. The funny thing was I found Anna at Remy's asking for fish. I don't think you should eat fish with an upset tummy. Exactly. Fish and chocolate, that's a weird combination, too. Cogsworth, says Kristy Crow. Thank you, Kristy. We got Calico Coco. Cali Coco. Cali Coco. Hello, Cali Coco. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. And Cali Coco says, thank you on the deal of the day, the gift. I was so confused about the cursed cave, and I totally forgot about that one in the corner. Yeah, I know. They call it a cursed cave, but we don't know which one they're talking about, which one they're referring to. But we figured it out. We figured it out, Cali Coco. I'm glad that you got it done. Holly Larson commenting on yesterday's Daily Show. I agree with you about violence on TV. Just watch the news. Bad news versus feel-good stories. Sensationalism seems to sell even more than sex. Violent sex stories even more. Sad. It really is. It comes down to what, we have newscasters who sit there and they smile as they're giving you the worst news ever. And I remember, what's his name? The lead singer or one of the lead singers for the Eagles, Don Henley, had a song a long time ago called Dirty Laundry. And it really was about how the media treats these stories that are, that are horrible and graphic, and how they sit there and they smile while they're telling you this stuff, and it's the worst news ever. Oh, it's like, oh, we had a murder today, da, da. But on a brighter note, here's the forecast for tomorrow, huge smiles. And we treat things that are natural, as I said yesterday, like the human body, right? As we all, have a human body. We're male, we're female, and we're supposed to use them, and it's supposed to be natural. This is how, we populate the planet. This is how, we fall in love, and we have these interactions. And when it comes to TV, as I said yesterday, we love watching violence on TV, murders and, decapitations and stuff that is just so violent. The same with some video games. I mean, Mortal Kombat's a great game, but the violence in it is over the top. But you don't see any sex in it because that's taboo. You can't see a naked body because, ooh, that's bad. Oh, seeing something as natural as now I took a lot of art classes, all right, and we had some live models, and, they look at the human body as something as beautiful in an artwork. Look at a lot of the statues that you find in Italy and Greece and Rome. A lot of them are of nude bodies because they're art. They're beautiful. The human body is a masterpiece, according to many artists and many people. And we see it, but we've put a taboo on it. And we've said that violence is okay. And people wonder why we have a violent society. Okay? People wonder why our society is so violent and we're having all these horrible things happen all the time because we glorify it. We show it on TV. Dirty laundry, everyone. Dirty laundry. It's just, where would the news be without these, sensationalized stories of whatever? Where would the news be? They'd have to tell all nice stories. And can you imagine just having all these beautiful stories instead of all of this, all of the bad stuff happening? It wouldn't be the same. But because we are a nation, I can say other countries are the same way, that look at violence and we don't bat an eye at it. We see it on TV shows and stuff and on movies, and we don't bat an eye. But when you show a naked body, we're like, oh, that is so bad, right? Oh my, taboo, we can't see that. It's backwards. We are a backwards nation when it comes to that. You should not, it should be the other way around, right? It should be the other way around. Violence should be like, oh, I can't look at it. I can't, Imagine what kind of country would have if we embraced love and nature and beauty and the way things are, the natural order of things, and got rid of the violence and all that. I understand that it sells shows and, action movies, Rambo and all that old stuff that people love. It sells. It sells movie tickets. I get it, but it's not the way it should be. At least, I don't know. People are going to argue and say, it's just movies and TV, but some people don't see it that way. You have to understand. Some people, if you have a child who's growing up on TV, right, where the TV is the babysitter, where YouTube is I shouldn't say that because, I'm on YouTube, but where YouTube is the babysitter, where movies are the babysitter, or TV, you have a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old. They're impressionable. What they're watching is, they're going to ingest like a sponge, and they're going to hang on to that, and they're going to remember that, and they're going to act it out. How many kids do you know go out and act out a lot of the shows that they watch, right? So that's what I'm saying. It really is. It's really bad. Anyway, thank you, Holly, for that comment. Kristy Crow says, I spy the Dumbo Ride. Yes. Holly Larson, I spy the Dumbo Ride. Correct. Cookie Coco says, I live in Middle Tennessee, and there are a lot of hateful, miserable, backward-thinking individuals in his place. I am moving out of Middle Tennessee next year, and I cannot wait to get out of this godless wasteland. Oh man, all right, this is not my. I'm just reading the comment. I mean, I've never spent a lot. I have been to Tennessee. I've never spent a lot of time there, but I'm not. And this is not my opinion. I'm just reading a comment from someone who lives there. So she has her opinion. She can say whatever she wants. She lives there, so this is her opinion. That is terrible to shoot a dog 6 times, even if the dog was aggressive. Once you got him neutralized, stop shooting. It wasn't even an aggressive dog. That's the problem. That's the problem. I mean, I understand, all right? People, there's a leash law, and the dog was off its leash. Whether it was off the leash by accident or on purpose, we don't know. There are dogs that can get off their leash, on accident, where they pull away from their owner. It happens. Sometimes when a dog sees another dog, it will pull, and you lose your grip. The dog so then you got to catch the dog. So we don't know why this dog was running around, but people that were in this park, and it was in a park in Tennessee, people that were in this park said the dog was very friendly. It was coming up to them, and it was fine. Well, it came up to this other guy who happened to have a loaded gun. Can you imagine someone walking around a park that is meant for families with a loaded gun? A loaded gun. And the dog went up to him, and he ended up where, he disposed of the dog with 6 bullets. I think that's about, I mean, if you're talking about a chambered gun, right? That's every bullet, in the chamber. And that's extreme, and that's over the top, and he shouldn't. Why would you do that? What kind? This is what I'm saying. We've got idiots out there that are walking around with loaded guns. Just because you have the capability to go out and get a permit and say that you can carry a gun doesn't mean you should. Doesn't mean you should. There's a lot of wackadoos out there. I shouldn't say that because my skunk's name is Wackadoo. There's a lot of wackadoos out there that can get a permit. Just like there's a lot of wackadoos out there that can get a car license and drive. Doesn't mean they should be driving. All right? So, and this guy does not belong owning a firearm. He is reckless. He shot an innocent animal in the middle of a park 6 times. This guy should have been arrested. Nothing happened to him. They said he was within his right because he was afraid of dogs. The dog wasn't hurting you. It wasn't hurting anyone. You're a huge piece of trash, if you ask me. And a lot of people just look for reasons to shoot guns and shoot things. They want reasons, because they think that, it makes them big people. Like, oh, look at me, look at me. You know what? I hope, I hope the worst for that guy because he's terrible. And so Cookie Coco says, oh, people are awful, and they are a special kind of awful in Middle Tennessee. All right, like I said, that's not my opinion. I'm just reading a comment. Shame, and the biggest shame, Gray, is nothing will happen to that loser that murdered that dog. Oh, shame. No, nothing did. They said he was perfectly in his right. But he is being judged by, the court of... by the public court, by social media. And there's no one that should agree with that guy. You should not be carrying a loaded gun to a park or anywhere else for that matter. I mean, what do you need a loaded gun for? This is the problem with this country. There's too many guns in the hands of idiots. That's the problem. All right. Cookie Coco says, hello, Gray. This comment is for Destiny. Email Gameloft about your glitch. It may take a week or 2, but they will repair it for you. This is the second glitch they fixed for me. On another note, I am so excited because my friend's child overshared with me that I'm getting a Steam Deck for Christmas. Ah, right on, Cookie Coco. This is why you never tell your young children your plans. I will be switching over to the Steam Deck on Christmas. Right on. Right on. Nice job. Well, you got some nice friends. And you're complaining about Middle Tennessee. You got great friends down there. Excuse me. Cookie Coco says...
That's right. The ocean's a friend of mine.
I think my voice is starting to go. Cookie Coco says... Hang on a minute. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, my voice. I'm losing my voice. It was from all the DMing that I, from the Dungeons and Dragons encounter. Cookie Coco says, hey, Gray, I love games with stories as well. I wish Gameloft would come out with a premium edition of Dreamlight Valley where we can get cutscenes and fully voice-acted quests and interactions. Maybe we could pay something like $50 a year for a completely animated experience or sell us one-time purchase for that feature. Thank you for answering my questions about the PS5. Also, do you know you can purchase more of the hotel towers just in case you want to start a chain in your valley? I spy the Dumbo Ride. Have a good day. Yeah, I know you can purchase more. I don't know if I would want more. I'm having problems finding room for the buildings I have now, and I want to create something, more unique and keep it unique. I absolutely love the Forgotten Lands right now, as I said yesterday, but I'm running out of room. I like where I put the Beast Castle. I think that it looks great up here in the Forest of Valor. If you go look at it, I think it looks fantastic up here. It's just the right setting. It's an enchanted forest. And we have a couple of castles up here. We have the flower house here. We have the castle. And we have this castle for Anna. And, yeah. And Kristoff. So I think we're good. And so it looks great. All right. Cogsworth is the name of the clock, says Brenda McBride. Yes. Brenda says, you spy the Dumbo Ride. Yes. Brenda McBride says, thank you for posting Babette's story. Babette was the puppy that was rescued by the St. Louis Stray Rescue. Sorry, boy, I'm having a hard time talking. The St. Louis Stray Rescue, whom is one of the charities, or the charity that I supported with your donations of your winnings. Some people decided and said, Gray, thank you for paying me for the contest that I won. Take some of that money and donate it to a rescue, an animal welfare rescue that you see fit. And I donated, I think, 3 times to, because I matched the donations that everyone gave. I matched them to the St. Louis Stray Rescue, who is the ones that who rescued that little puppy named Babette in that video. And you guys were a part of it. You guys, your donations helps them, and you supported the rescue of Babette. Very cute little puppy, and she is a sweet little puppy. She was growling and barking, but she was just scared. She was just scared. Brenda McBride says, thank you for posting Babette's story. Now she has a family and a twin. She is one of the lucky ones. She definitely is one of the lucky ones. Definitely is one of the lucky ones. NeptuneMama says, good morning. Cogsworth is the name of the clock. I spy Dumbo's Ride. Have a fabulous day. Thank you. Pink Rose says, Cogsworth. The answer for trivia is Cogsworth. Yeah. Yes. I'm having a problem where it's Monday morning, everyone. Pink Rose says, you spy Dumbo's flying attractions. Yes. Brenda McBride says, hi, Gray, and we have a keyword. We won't read that. Pink Rose says, happy Friday. Hello there. Jedi Mind Trick Friday. Not High Friday, but Jedi Mind Trick Friday. Hello there. Hello there. My kitty is so weird. She waits until I have the controller in my hand and climbs on me for snuggles. So I'm forced to look at the YouTube on my Switch. Have a magical day. All right, right on. Heidi Wilson. Hello, Heidi. Heidi says, I love my PS5. Me too. I love my PS5. We have a keyword. Pink Rose says, on Mortal Kombat Invasion mode, are you having fun? I big size my screen just in time to see a head cut off. LOL. Oh, yeah, the brutality. I know, it happens. It happens, and that's what I'm saying. It's glorified. Everyone on Mortal Kombat, they like the brutalities. They like the
special ingredients grow here.
They like the finish him, and you do the that I forgot what it's called now. My mind is blank. But yeah, they love that because it's violent. Because it's violent. I mean, it is the game. So, all right. Angela Davis says, "Good morning, Grave. For trivia, the name of the clock is Cogsworth. I hope you have a magical day." Thank you, Angela. Let's see. We have Good Game says Pink Rose on Starfield joining Vanguard. That was a brand new video yesterday. Pink Rose says about the baby skunk has some serious attitude. Pink Rose says, "I missed this one. It posted a month ago." Yeah, it was over like a month ago. What's Wackadoo up to now? They're all out there still, and we don't feed them as much because since Roxy died, I've not wanted, I don't know, I've just haven't. But the foxes are out there still. They're always kind of tripping the camera every night. The skunks are out there. They're all out there still. There is some food out there, and I just put up a brand new bird feeder that has a webcam on it, so it will tell me, and it has AI. It's hooked up with AI, so the AI, when a bird lands on the bird feeder, it tells you all the information about the bird. So I might be posting some of those on. I love birds. I do. I love, especially chickadees. I love chickadees. So yeah. So I might be posting some of those at some point this coming fall, this coming autumn and winter. Brenda McBride says, "Good morning, Gray," and that is, hello, Brenda. Good morning to you, and that is the last comment. Let's go in here because we are running along. I said this was going to be a short video this morning, and it's running into a long video. So let's see what we have here. We have overalls 3,000. Nah, it's a lot of cannolis. We're not going to do that. Dress, we've seen this dress before. Let's look over here. We've got backpacks, shoes, everything we've seen. What's this shirt? This shirt is yellow Time Flies top. I don't know. Do I own that? I want to buy it anyway. Even maybe I do, maybe I don't. I didn't even check, so it's only 300.
Thank you kindly.
Was that from the line? Oh, I just lagged again. Look at this. I can't move. I cannot move. There we go. That jacket has not moved in a few days. We got 2,600 for these green high-waisted jeans from Wally. Okay, we'll take them. We'll take him. What's with the lag? I'll tell you. We have a laptop. We have a green chair. Fine, I'll take the green chair. Turquoise armchair. No affiliation.
Thank you kindly.
We have, what's this? Oh, wow. I already own it. The Toy Story chair. I already own that. And the gramophone I do own as well. Everything else here I have already. Yes, yes. All of it is old stuff. Have this fireplace. Got it. And we have, look at this, 2 couches or 2 counters. I thought they were couches or sofas, but they're not. They're counters, which I own one and I don't really want the other. And I have this as well. What is this? This kind of mural painting, the Mickey Mouse painting. Really cool. I'd hang that in my own house in real life. That is going to do it for Scrooge's Daily Inventory, everyone. Thank you all for joining me on this Monday morning. I hope you have a spectacular, magical day. Go out, spread some of that magic to your family, your friends, your pets, everyone around you. Wish them a magical day. That, my friends, is how we change the world. Go out and do it. Stop looking at all kinds of... Well, you know what? Watch my Mortal Kombat video. But, you know what? Embrace love. Embrace... You know, I mean, literally, I mean, we're talking about, you know, love and, you know, violence is never going to be the answer for this country. And, you know, we need to stop. Dirty Laundry. Listen to that song by Don Henley. It really does explain a lot. And, you know, he has a really strong message in that song. Dirty Laundry. And that's exactly what we're talking about. But please, just go out. Be kind to everyone around you. Wish the people that you see in the everyday a magical day. Hopefully it makes them smile. It might change their, you know, it might change their day for good, you know, for the better. And they might pass it on. So that's how we change the world, of course. Please go out and share my Twitter, share my Facebook. The animals on there need home. There was a beautiful dog on there. I wanted her. If I had lived in Chicago, in Illinois, I would have gotten this. Her name was Pixie, and she's a beautiful dog that is in Chicago right now. She's a young, just above the puppy stage dog that is at Chicago, and I really, if she had been local, I would have adopted her yesterday. I tried to find more information on her. She looks exactly like my Roxy, and I felt bad for her because she looked scared. She was a young pup, and looks like she really wants it. I want to look into her today. I mean, we're gonna see, but if I can get her here, I might. But anyway, thank you all for joining me this morning. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful, magical Monday, Jedi Mind Trick Friday. Get out there and get it done, everyone. Have a great one.